I'm on my way to my old house. So this is the first house that I moved into when I moved to LA. My very first starting home. The lady who, like the manager of that home, she sent me a picture showing me that I had some urgent mail that I needed to come pick up. So I'm on my way to go get that before I go to work. And I'm kind of excited to come here actually, because yesterday y'all saw that I was going to get, I went to go get the California donuts. And what's crazy to me about this is that I was really going back and forth with it in my mind. Like when I left work, I was like, okay, I'm just gonna go home and I'll just get donuts on my side, like where I live. But it's not the same because it's not the California donuts. The California donuts are really, really good donuts. So I was going back and forth with myself, like in traffic. I was like, should I go? This is my turn. Should I go? Should I not? Should I go? So I was like, you know what? Let's just go, because I really want to go. I want to get these specific donuts. And this is on the side of town where I used to live, not where the house I'm going to now, because y'all know this. I'm in my third spot since I moved to LA. This is my third home now. So not this particular spot that I'm going to today, but the spot that I just moved out of that was an apartment. So my studio apartment. So the place, the donuts, the California spot, the donut spot, that was near my old studio apartment. So it was funny because when I was leaving there, you know how you just kind of like, when you like leave a neighborhood or you leave a specific area, like, and you go back to that area, it kind of brings back certain memories, or it brings back, things that, have came to pass and that you no longer are, a part of. So it makes you think about like where your life was during that time when you were, when you were living in that specific area. So it just brought back like memories of me living in that studio, where I was, what type of headspace I was in when I was living in that studio, and just thinking about it made me honestly grateful, because I was like, you know what, there are definitely pros and cons to living in where I was before I moved to where I am now, and there are pros and cons to where I live now as opposed to the studio apartment that I just moved out of. So it just makes you kind of like blessed, and not makes you blessed, but it makes you remember to just be grateful for everything, and to just be grateful for like where you are, because it makes you aware, and it makes you just realize like not all your problems are permanent. None of your problems are permanent. Everything is really just temporary. So it just made me think like, God, I just was thinking, God, I was just like, Lord, thank you so much that, I'm no longer in that space, where I was dealing with the roaches, and I was dealing with the management company who did not and would not respond to me. I was just dealing with so much in that studio. So it just really made me like grateful, like, okay, I don't have to deal with this anymore. Granted, my management company that I'm with or under now in the townhouse that I'm in, they're no better. Okay, they don't respond. They are responsive to problems, but they're very like, it's very like minimal. Like you might get a response within 5 days type of thing. It's not immediate. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of is just like the same scenario where what I was dealing with when I was at the studio, minus the roaches. And now I have 3 other people that I'm living with. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Something just made me just feel grateful, just to be able to just go back to that area. And Lord knows, like, I hated the area. I completely hated that area. I hated that apartment. I hated everything about it. I didn't like the management company, how they were treating me. I didn't like so much, So just to be able to, I know where I'm going now. Just to be able to, be a part of that and feel like, God has gotten me through that. And like, I just felt like in that moment, I was like, wow, like God is very faithful. And no matter what problems you are facing, like he's going to get you through it. And you'll be able to, look back on it and say, wow, thank you, Lord, that you were able to get me through that. Not able because he's able, of course, but it's a matter of him being faithful. Like you pray and pray, you pray and pray and pray about things while you're in the situation, and you pray that it will get better, and you hope that it'll get better, and you hope that, you know, there'll be a solution to all your problems, and all you can do is really hope and pray about it. But when God brings you through it and you are able to look back on it and just be so grateful about it, it's a good feeling. So I was just thinking about that when I was just driving on my way home with my donuts. I was eating them donuts too, and then I gave the rest to my roommates. But you know, I was just so like, it was just a moment of just like, wow, you know, like I lived over here. You know, I only lived over there for about 4 months, but still, it was just like, it was a good feeling, and I just felt good about it. And then now I'm going back to the first house that I lived in when I moved to LA. So this going here is really going to be like a moment for me, I think, too, because this is where I first started. And I can't believe it's November already. I've been here for 1.5 years. And it feels like I've been here longer, way longer. But, you know, I'm grateful, y'all. Like, honestly, I'm just grateful. And I see the changes that are happening around me and that are happening in me as a person. I'm becoming a better person. I'm growing spiritually. You know, I still have my ratchet ways. I still have certain things about me that the Lord is working on me. And so I'm just grateful that I'm just changing and I'm growing. And as I grow, things around me change and things around me grow with me. So I just love that. And I'm just so grateful for that moment, to just have had that moment. And now I'm going to have another moment because I'm going back to the first house that I lived in when I moved to LA just to pick up my mail. She told me to come pick it up off of underneath the mat, of the welcome mat, because I don't even know, when I moved out of that house, both of the guys had already, but one of the guys had already moved out, and then it was me, and then the other one, he moved out maybe like a couple months after me, or maybe a month even after me, because I had texted him to ask him about my mail, and he was like, oh, I'm not there no more. And I'm like, well, when did you move? I moved out mostly because of him, because girl, he was getting on my nerves. Like, he was just so, and then when I moved out, he was just acting the ass. He wouldn't help me with nothing. He was just being a whole jerk. And the people who was helping me, Mel and Doug, was like, what the heck? Like, what's his problem? Like, why he acting all like this? Ooh, girl, welcome to South LA. Yeah, so he moved out, and I don't know who else lives here. So I was just thankful that she, texted me. Because every time I text the last girl who I knew was staying here, every time I text her, she would tell me if I had mail, but I felt like I was kind of bothering her a little bit, because I don't know, I don't know if they like me or not, but I tried to be nice to them, but whatever. So yeah, I'm on my way to pick up my mail, and I'm just around here, and I don't know, I'm just having a moment, y'all. I'm just having a moment. I'm just having like a moment of gratitude, and just feeling humble, and just praising God, and just thanking God that I am in the space where I am. And it just amazes me how much changes around you and within even your own life. Like, so much changes, like, in such a period of time. Like, I'm just thinking, like, the fact that I've lived now in 3 places since I moved to LA, bro, that tells you, like, living in LA is not easy. It's really not. It's really not. If you are financially stable, even if you're financially stable, I'm not gonna say that, because I feel like I'm definitely financially stable. I'm blessed, of course, but there are some certain things, like, you just don't settle for, So, and one thing I learned about living in LA is that you're not gonna get everything you want. And like, with your living situation, you're not gonna get everything you want. You're just not. There's always gonna be pros and cons to living somewhere, and you're either going to have to deal with parking, bad management, because management companies with the housing communities suck here. You're going to have to deal with homelessness, a bad area. You're going to have to deal with either traveling far because you want to live further out from the city, because you don't want to have to, you take that sacrifice if you decide that, I don't want to live in the, this certain area and you are willing to travel into LA as opposed to, you know, living in the immediate city like I do. Some people live on like the outskirts of the city because they want to travel in, because, you know, the nicer areas are on the outskirts of LA, unfortunately. So you're gonna have to deal with that, or you're gonna not have washer and dryer, you're not gonna have parking, you're gonna have roommates, or if you don't have roommates, you're gonna be paying more in rent because you don't have roommates, so you are, you know, being responsible for pretty much everything. You know what I mean? So it's always gonna be something, and you just gotta pick your struggle, and you gotta pick what is gonna be, you know, good and bad for you, and, you know, what you're willing to like sacrifice as opposed to getting the living situation that's going to be comfortable for you. And that's one thing I learned, because like moving from DC, I mean, you obviously, you know, that with just being an adult, you know that there's going to be good and bad, but living from city to city, it's different, because you're like, okay, like, oh, I'm thinking like, okay, you know, I can come over here with the same income that I made in DC. I'm straight. And it's not necessarily that, you know, it's just, it's a different experience. Like, you're gonna have things that you gotta deal with. So, and you're gonna have to deal with, okay, sir, because you just got in the middle of the light. I don't understand what that's about. Hello. You know, you're gonna have to deal with the parking tickets. You're gonna have to deal with something. You may have the perfect living arrangement, and then 3 months later you realize that there's something that you're dealing with. And that's anything in life. And that's just not LA, that's anywhere. But I'm saying, that's one thing that I learned, because I know somebody's gonna be like, well, that's everywhere, da, da, da. That's not what I said, okay? So I got it. Anyway, y'all, I am about to pick up my mail. It's kind of weird, like walking up to a door that I don't live at anymore, or a house that I don't live at anymore, to pick up my mail. It's a little weird. It's a little weird. But over here, this is when I lived at this house, I was just so like, I didn't even realize how good I had it, because I hadn't experienced living anywhere else in LA. So this was my first home living in LA, and I didn't realize how sweet I had it until I lived other places. But I had parking was love, you know what I'm saying? Like, having a parking spot in LA, and I only paid, I want to say I only paid $50. Ooh, I forgot how small and how tight this okay, let's see, y'all. Hold on, let me go get my mail. I had a parking spot, so I didn't have the struggle, and I'll pay for a parking spot any day, now that I know what I know. Okay, I got, this don't look like nothing too, this is from Kia. Girl, if they don't leave me alone. But yeah, when I was living over here, I had a parking spot, so I didn't have to worry about the parking tickets as bad. And when I first moved, you know what I'm saying, we were still like in a pandemic, so things were a lot sweeter, I must say. Child, people don't pay attention. I need people to pay attention when they drive. Like, what is going on today? Anyways, when I was living over here, you know, I didn't realize the severity of parking in LA. I didn't realize the severity of the parking tickets and all of that until I moved to downtown. And it was really an issue, you know? So when I was blessed to get that parking spot that I paid for at that house, because she wrote me before, like maybe like the week before I moved, and was like, hey, you're getting your car shipped out here, there's a parking spot that's available for rent, do you want to rent it? And I was like, well, how much is it? She was like, $50. And I thought that was high. I was like, dang, $50 for a parking spot? But baby, now that I know what I know, I will pay $200, $150 to $200 for a parking spot in LA. I will pay it, because it's that bad. It's that bad. So something that I'm noticing more and more about me and about my journey here, and since I moved across country, And even before I moved, just kind of like as I started to grow and, you know, more, just become more in tune with myself and the person I'm becoming, and just trying to follow my passion and my dreams for myself, I noticed that about me. I've always been a driven person. I've always followed what I felt I needed to be doing, or what I felt, you know, I was being led to follow, you know, whether that be whatever, like being a makeup artist or hairstylist, or, you know, doing YouTube, whatever it is, whatever I feel like I'm being led to, or whatever I feel like, you know, I need to be doing, I'm gonna focus on that, and I'm gonna focus on it as much as I can, because I am a overachiever. I'm an Aries. We go above and beyond. We're overly ambitious, you know what I mean? We're high strung. We're very like ambitious, goal driven. Like, y'all know about me. Y'all know. So something that irritates me is people will, and I don't want to offend anybody. Like, I really don't want to offend anybody. People will say that they understand all of that as a like, they'll say, like, when I tell people this, like, you know, oh, I'm this, I'm that, like, I really don't have time for dating. I don't have time for friends. I have time for it. Like, I can make time for it, but that's not my focus right now. That's not my focus. My focus is not to, I didn't move to LA to be out in the streets and, you know, be going out every weekend and spending money and, oh, you know, just to look good on the gram and just to look good, you know what I'm saying, for everybody who's watching me. That's not what I moved here for. When I first moved out here, yes, I was definitely like out. I was on the scene because it was a new environment. It was a new city. It was new me. Like, I was growing. I was like, you know, so like, like, oh my God, I can't believe I moved. Like, you know, it's a new environment. It's new scenery. Everything was fresh. It was, you know, and plus coming out of a pandemic, like, it was just like overwhelmingly like a breath of fresh air. So it was very well needed. And you saw more of me out, going out, doing things, you know what I'm saying? Baby, it's a whole year later. I moved out here for a purpose, and I need people to paint this picture in their mind, because I don't want to offend anybody by saying this, but I need y'all to really paint this picture in your mind, because a lot of y'all say that y'all understand it, but when it get back to me that you mad about me not answering the phone, not going out with you, not being here to, you know what I'm saying, be out and do everything with everybody and be friends with everybody and do and grin up in everybody's face. When I'm not doing that, then I gotta hear about, oh, you're so busy, or oh, you're not, you know, you never want to go out, you never want to do anything. I did not move here for that, baby. I could have stayed in DC to do that, okay? That's never been me, okay? I love to have fun, I love to chill, I love to do things and, you know, be out on the scene. But when I got a goal and I got a vision that I'm chasing and I'm trying to bring to reality, I'm about to be 30 years old. I need y'all to understand that I don't have time to be out here in these streets every day, all day. Like, I don't got time for that. I'm trying to establish myself, and I'm trying to set, you know, I'm trying to make a name for myself, and I'm trying to create the life for me that I envision for myself and that God has purpose for me to live. So I don't have time to be out here doing everything with everybody every day. You know what I'm saying? I got goals, bro, and I got visions, and I got stuff that I'm trying to do, and I need you to understand that, because when it get back to me, so basically, let me just give y'all the backstory. So, you know, and I just be trying, I really, it's either you get it or you don't. And if you don't get it, cool. But don't be offended when I ghost you, or you don't hear from me anymore. It's not to be intentional. It's not me being intentionally like a bitch or anything. But again, if you're not aligning with my vision, you're not aligning with the things that I'm trying to do for myself to better my life and my career, you don't understand it. I don't know how to make you understand it. A lot of people say like, oh yeah, I get it, I understand, like, you got stuff you're trying to do, cool. So why are you texting me every day trying to see if I want to hang out or go out or do stuff or spend money or be out? I don't want to. No. Y'all don't understand. And I think people, they get offended when they see you on Instagram, or they see you, and this perception is like, oh, she got time to do this, that, and the other, but she can't text me back, or she can't go out with me, or she can't do this. I work, okay. So that's why I do these day in a lives. I'm gonna start doing more day in a lives, because I really want people to understand and see my life from the perspective that it is, and not the perspective of what social media makes it to be. Because that's what a lot of y'all get confused. You get confused the things that you see on the internet. You get confused the things that social media portrays it to be, and not for what it really is. So I'm gonna start doing more day in the lives, because everybody is like, oh, you're so busy, and oh, you never, you know, oh, I can never catch up with you. I'm busy. It annoys me, bro. And I understand where people are coming. Trust me, I understand it, because to me it feels as though all I do is work. I'm always only busy. But I am. And I need people to understand that I'm not out here just to be out here. Like, God purposed me to be here so that I could focus. That was the whole purpose. Focus. I'm distracted very, very easily. When I say very, very easily, I'm very easily distracted. So the Lord knew to purpose me to move here so that I wouldn't be distracted. You know what I'm saying? Like, that I wouldn't be distracted. I would, you know what I'm saying, be in a new environment and not know anyone, so that I could focus. And that was the whole goal behind the vision and the purpose behind the Lord moving me here. And so I just need, like, and you know, the more and more I'm talking about it, now I hear myself actually speaking about it, because I'm frustrated about it. Either you understand it or you don't, and if you don't, it's not for you to understand. And it just irritates me, because I've had so many people who, you know, I would make friends with, and then they would cut me off or stop talking to me because I would be busy, and they felt like I was just being a bitch, or I was ghosting them, or I didn't want to, you know, I didn't really mess with them like that, or whatever the case may be. And that's not it. That's not it at all, y'all. It's not it. You just got to understand my vision. You got to understand that I'm out here with a purpose, and I'm not just out here doing stuff that I could have been doing when I was living back home. So I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. Because either you helping me or you in my way. You either with me or you against me. And people need to understand that. It's no hard feelings. It's just very black and white, and it is what it is. Getting ready to go into work now. But my camera overheated, y'all. So sorry. But that was pretty much the end of my rant anyway. I'm just annoyed. That's all. But I still love you. Just understand me, or just get out my way. Hollering. Okay, cool. Okay, back to regular scheduled programming. Hey, girl. How was your day? I haven't talked to you. Okay, I know I didn't text you back about the trip, but we're gonna get there. Have you been looking up anything? I don't ever really be in my bed like that vlogging, but I wanted to talk to y'all because I'm just over here. Like, all day, y'all, I've been on social media. Not all day, but I've literally, like, since I got home, I've been on social media, and I've been seeing, like, you know, I've been reading, like, all of the stories about the Travis Scott, the Astroworld Festival, and it really, I don't know, something in me, it has been, like, grabbing my attention, mostly because I attended the Astroworld concert back in 2019, I want to say, right before I attended it. When did we go? We went in March 2019, and it was so lit. It was so lit. But it wasn't this energy that I'm seeing that everybody is saying that they experienced at his concert, obviously on November 5th, 2021. So I've been following the headlines. I've been following the stories because I just want to know more about, like, what happened at the concert, and, like, why this happened. And, you know, I'm just really into it. Like, I don't know. I'm just really into wanting to get to the bottom of stuff like this and just understand, like, where it's leading, you know, like, what the story is leading to, you know, just kind of try and get to the bottom of it. I don't know why, but it's just not sitting right with me. And I just feel like, why did so many people die at first? Because, okay, at first, like just seeing the story and everything, just seeing the story and everything, I was just like, you seeing clips all over social media and you're not really knowing, every angle of it, but you just see the clips that social media shows you or that people are recording on their phones. So initially, like when I first saw the headlines and the stories, I was like, bro, there's like, I don't know how many people attended this concert, but there's literally like thousands of people at this concert. So I'm like, there's no way in the world that he can possibly know what's going on, because there's so many people. Like, and everybody is mobbing and everybody is lit and turned up and going crazy at these concerts. You just really don't know. And then the more, so I'm like, I'm like, there's no way that he can know what's going on. Like, this is just crazy. I'm like, people are reaching, da da da. Not people are reaching, but I was just, first, I was just like this is kind of crazy to me, and I just don't, like, I think that people are just trying to say that he knew what was going on. So then me and my best friend was talking about it, and he was like, nah, like all the clips that was going around, like you see that he's like blatantly ignoring the things and the signs, and there's literally like an ambulance that pulled up in the concert, and there's sirens and there's all types of stuff. At that point, the show should have been stopped. The show should have been stopped when the girl jumped on stage and was trying to let the cameraman know that, like, hey, there are people down here who are dying and who need immediate help. You have to stop the show immediately. And nothing was done. That's when it should have been, like, stopped. But I feel like, or it should have been stopped way before then, honestly. But, just seeing like the little clips from people's videos, it just really is like mind blowing. Because I'm like, what? Who was behind this? It makes you just wonder. Like, I don't know. So it's funny because me and Natalia attended the Astroworld concert back in 2019. Before it was like a festival. Like, he turned it into a festival, which I wish there would have been more people than just him. There were, I don't even remember who all was at the concert that we had went to, but that would have been lit if there was more people. But hey, with everything that's going on now, I don't think that I will be attending a concert. And it's crazy because right before, like, ever since COVID started happening, it's funny because, like, as soon as stuff started opening back up, I was like, I want to go to a concert. Concerts, that's not, like, yeah. One thing about me, I'm going to go to a concert. Like, I love the energy of concerts. I like it. But a festival, that's different because I've never, now I think about it, I'm like, have I been to a festival? I can't think about it right now. I've always wanted to go to Coachella, and ever since, definitely since now I'm living out in California, I'm like, it would be cool for me to go to a festival. Like, that would be dope. I don't know how that's going to turn out with, things after COVID and the pandemic, but it would be nice to be able to go to one. But I don't know, y'all. Like, I just feel like, what the heck was that about? Like, I really want to understand what that was. And a lot of people are saying, like, it was ritual. A lot of people were saying like he sacrificed his fans, and a lot of people were saying like he did it because, just things in the industry. I don't know. I really don't know. And I'm trying to understand more and more about it. But this world is crazy. And I just want to say be safe, everybody, no matter, what it is that you're doing. Because a simple thing like going to a concert can easily turn into like what happened with that situation. So just be careful, like be safe and follow your instincts. Like if you feel like you are at a spot or you're at a place or you are at an event and something just feels off, the energy is off, it don't feel right, something is like weird about the air, just it's time to go. If you can't get out, like that, like I don't even know, like And honestly, you can't even say like what you would do in that type of situation until you're in it. So I can't give advice on that because it's like if I was there, what would I actually have done? There is no, the music is going, you can't hear anything, no one can hear you. There are hundreds of people who are screaming and yelling and shouting and fearing for their lives and literally are trampling each other. Like, that is like chaos, and I just can't imagine. And the fact that that young boy lost his life, he was 10 years old, it just really just makes you think like, yo, you're really not safe. So, in all honesty, you don't want to live your life in fear. Like, I don't, just don't live your life in fear. But stay prayed up. Like, stay prayed up, y'all. I don't know who you serve, but I serve Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ. You know what I mean? And I believe that He's my Lord and Savior. So I don't know who you believe in, but I just want to say stay prayed up. If you believe in Jesus, you know what I'm saying? You need to pray and just get closer to God, because there's so many different things that's going on in this world, and a lot of it is being exposed these days, but it's still so much that we just don't know. So it's just always good to inform yourself about what's going on. Stay prayed up and just, try not to get into the things of this world, because really it is dangerous. So I don't know. I'm just over here like on my phone and just really like trying to like figure out and get to the bottom of this stuff. Also, I see this cute bag that I really, really like. It's this bag. So cute, right? So I was like, I think I want this bag. See how easily I got distracted? Yeah. Anyways, I wanted to get this bag, but yeah, I'm like, I need to just distract myself because, like, I'm just seeing clips of the concert all over TikTok. Like, all over TikTok. I'm like, bro, what the heck? Like, I can't. It's crazy. We have good news and we have bad news. Are you ready? The good news is I came on my period. Thank the Lord. Thank you, Lord. The good news is I came on my period. The bad news is she woke me up at 4 a.m. in a pool of blood on my white sheets. How lovely. So I have to get up and put my sheets in the washer now. I was going to show y'all. I was like, but I was in the 4 in the morning. I was sending my stuff, my videos from my camera to my phone to edit, so I couldn't work my camera. But yeah, y'all know my sheets are all white, and she decided to show up and show out. So this little, I have to cuss. This little winch showed out. Look at my sheets, y'all. Like, this is ridiculous. I was in so much pain. I was like crying. I was like, look at my sheets, y'all. I just bought these sheets. And when I tell you, this don't ever happen, bro. Like, I'm so bloated. I gotta go. Give me a second. Oh, all my sheets though. And everybody always be asking me, like, how do you have white sheets and not get nothing on them? And I'm like, I don't know, bro. Usually when I'm on my period, or like when I'm expecting my period, I'll put like a towel down or something, like a blanket. Like, this is my blanket that I be putting down. And so it'll help me, just to be sure that I don't get nothing on. And then she showed up like a thief in the night with rage. Because when I tell you, look at my stomach, y'all. I'm so bloated. Like, look at my stomach. Look. It looks like a little, like, kid is in there. Like, what the heck? I'm like, what the heck? I'm sad. But I'm not gonna put my stuff in the washer because this is ridiculous, bro. This is ridiculous. Why do guys not go through this type of stuff? Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. At least it didn't get on my freaking mattress. Because if it had got on my mattress, I would have been having a fit. So I was using Dove. Okay, and so I switched over to Tom's because, I don't know, I heard good stuff about Tom's and how they don't have like aluminum. But I don't like it because I feel like it's making my arms dark again. And they feel super dry. They feel super dry for some reason. So, ooh, girl was ready for it. It's nasty. But, I don't know. I'm like, no, I might go back to Dove. I just bought that too. Okay, y'all, so I'm getting ready for brunch. And this is what I picked out so far. Got my favorite fragrance. It's kind of like a last minute brunch situation. I'm naked, that's why I'm not showing myself. But yeah, your girl is just out here, okay? No sheets on the bed, raw. You know what I'm saying? Trying to hurry up because she made reservations for 12 and it's literally like 11:40. So just wanted to give y'all a backstory on what's going on. And I like this bag. So we're gonna put that together and see what it's giving. Rose and Poppy is this place that we're going to. So hopefully it's a nice little vibe. I switched up my outfit because when I put on that other outfit, the shirt is originally a men's shirt. The shirt is originally a men's shirt, so I didn't like the way that it was fitting around my collar. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna just put on something real casual. I'll show y'all what I got on, but I'm gonna just put on something real casual because this was so like last minute. Literally, she texted me at like 9 and was like, hey, you want to go to brunch at 12? Like, we made reservations. And I'm like, I'll let y'all see the vibe and the scenery when I get there. It's this little like rooftop situation. Didn't even have a moment to look at the menu. Don't even know what type of vibe it is, but I'm just like, hey, I'll just show up for the heck of it because yeah. Or just for like a breakfast sandwich. That's the hot sauce.
Hot sauce. Sabatiya?
Yeah. I don't eat from yeah.
Inside the room.
How did she get in the water tank though?
It was already open.
But it was heavy. You see how heavy it was for her to get in?
Heavy? What do you mean? She just walks inside. It's nothing.
Water tank?
Yeah, you just
It was a door. It was like a lid. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't think someone that.
It's just like the history. Like, even just seeing how the
Murderers
manager.
being there? Serial killer? Are you serious? Serial killer
Not
being
even
there?
that. Just the. Have you been over there?
It's a creepy place.
I don't think she had a break that bad where she.
I just left brunch and that place, we went to this spot called Rose and Poppy and Rose. Not a fan. It's in, first of all, the place was awful. I'm not tripping because brunch was free, but some things just ain't worth it, okay? And that was not worth my time. I could have ordered that to go, but I wanted to spend some time with, you know, Deja, so I guess that was worth it, you know, spending some time with her and seeing her. What is going on with my camera? I don't understand. Okay. I'm like, can you focus or no? But the area for me is just too much. Like, it's too ghetto. Very, very much ghetto. The place itself, the bathrooms are disgusting. Disgusting. Like, I would much rather go to the bathroom outside. That's, if that says anything. There was barely any, like, bro, it was just a nasty environment. It was a rooftop vibe, as you saw, so it was chill, it was cute. But the food and the service was not that good. Like, the service was terrible. We had to keep waving down the, you know, the waiter. And, you know, who wants to keep doing that? Like, I don't want to feel like I'm bothering you. But at the same time, like, if you were doing your job and you were doing a good job at it, it wouldn't be, like, no problems. But I had the French toast. You know, I had a little French toast and I had a little cute mimosa. And that was that. And then now I'm about to go get my feet done. I'm about to give me a little pedicure. I'm about to head to this nail salon that I went to before. I like this spot. Look at this man in the road, y'all. Look at this man in the road. Look at this man in the road, child. Look at this foolishness. I can't make this stuff up, y'all. When I say I can't make this stuff up, like, I can't make it up. Like, hello, sir, what are you doing? You just that's the environment. That's the area. When I say like the area is like, what the hell? This is what I'm talking about. It's the bathroom for me. Like if I go to a spot and the bathroom look crazy, the bathroom don't got stuff, you know what I'm saying? It's a no for me. It makes me not even really want the food, because it's like, why does your restroom look like this? Like if you don't care enough to keep your restroom maintained throughout the day, the course of the day, then why do I want to eat your food, bro? Like that's just wild. Can I get over it, sir? You acting like you got places to go and I got places to go. So, but yeah, y'all, I'm going to go ahead, finish off the rest of my day, give me a little nice pedicure and relax, and then I'm gonna go home and finish up some stuff that I'm working on. Probably clean up my bathroom, because I know I wanted to clean my bathroom today. And yeah, it's a nice little chill Sunday vibe for your girl. Oh my gosh, my feet feel so freaking good, y'all. What? It feels so good. It feels so freaking good. I love it. But ooh, my battery about to die. I need to stop. I'm gonna pick up some stuff. Baby. I got some mouthwash, some soap, toothpaste. I need to get some more alcohol. Hand soap. These, y'all know these are my babies. Be pressing down, tampons, and some Aleve and some gum. Okay, if you can guess how much I spent, I will cash app you $15. I cash app you $10. I'll cash up you $10 if you can guess how much I spent. And no cheating. Comment below how much I spent, and the winner will get $10.